I have at least 6 different questions that have come in. And I wanted to show you guys some things in Canva that are kind of newer. I mean, some of the features that I found are newer. I wanted to show you some of the kind of cool things that I've discovered how to use inside of Canva. So that's what you guys are here for, right? So one of the questions that I got this week was about, like, do you add your logo or watermark to an image or to a printable that you are selling to people? All of my, whoopsie daisies, moved something. All of my printables, even the printables that I give directly to people, I give them printables and they have my watermark at the bottom. They have my name at the bottom. They have my website at the bottom. They have the copyright logo and the year at the bottom. Reason being is because that is kind of like an added protection. Now, let me be very clear on something. If you don't have an actual copyright on things or a trademark, there's a little bit less that you can actually do. Does it add an extra barrier of a deterrent to people from just being like, well, she didn't have any kind of thing at the bottom, I guess I can claim it as mine? Does it add a layer of like difficulty for people like that? Yeah, sure. However, there are sneaky butt-faced people in the world, and there's people who will see your stuff that doesn't have a watermark. We're just going to delete that, and will come in and be like, okay, so they didn't put their name on it. I'll just put, we're going to scammy butt face, because I learned that from Kate Doster and I adore it. So this is like, if whoopsie daisies, if somebody steals your stuff because you don't have your name at the bottom, the problem is it's still terrible. It still can happen no matter what, even if you do take the extra precautions. But they can really easily, it makes it super simple to literally just come straight in, delete your stuff off of the bottom, and put in their own and claim that it's their work and sell it as their own. Now, even if you do put in your stuff at the bottom here, even if you do say, you know, copyright 2022, Caroline Venzel, all rights reserved for personal use only, do not share, copy, or resell, whatever you want to put at the bottom of your printables and stuff, even if you're selling them to customers, even if it's like a workbook and stuff, you want to have some kind of associating factor with the fact that it is yours. It is your own stuff. It is your own property. All of that. You want to make sure that you are actually saying, like, this is mine, so that nobody can really just take full credit for your own work. Again, does this stop everybody from doing things? No. No, it does not, unfortunately. However, it adds an extra level of like pain in the buttness to them just stealing your ish. Oh, I almost cussed. Oh my goodness. But can you tell that I haven't slept very much because my kid had a stomach bug last night? I am like one eye open here. So I would absolutely 100% put your name and logo and some kind of like a little disclaimer of like what the intended use is for this at the bottom, so that there's no confusion if somebody is like, oh, well, I got this, so I can just give it out to everybody who I know. It's like, that's not how this works. That's not exactly what is going to happen. So like, don't do that. You need to make sure that you are very clear on like the content and like what they are allowed to do with it, even if it is an end use product, even if you're not necessarily selling templates themselves. If you're giving it away to people, you want to be able to stake your claim. So there's that side of it. And then there's the flip side of it of you want people to remember who they got it from. So think about like, even if we're going to get rid of scammy butt face here, we're going to pretend like nobody took your stuff. You could be like, oh, because I do this all the time. Excuse me. I do this all the time where I'll download something. Obviously, like I buy products, I sign up for free stuff from people all the time, and I'll download it. And then I'm like, oh, this is so good. I'll save it to my Google Drive. And then I forget about it completely. Years have passed and I'm like, oh, I find this thing again. I find this printable again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so great. Wait, whose was this again? And I can't remember where I got it. And so now I'm like, I really want more information just like this, but I don't remember who I got it from. I don't remember where I found it on the vast internet that it is. So I am sitting here like, well, I guess I have nobody else to give money to. Like, you want people to want to continue to give you money. And if that does happen where, like, sometimes people do download stuff and like forget that they've downloaded it, you want them to come back to you. You want them to be like, I forgot that I had this. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh my gosh, it was from Caroline. I'm going to go find her now and see what else she has. That's the kind of reaction. So even if it is for an end use product, absolutely make sure that you have some kind of a place where people can remember where they got it from. Link to your URL, to your blog, to your shop, to whatever you want to link it to. Not send it to people, but like give your information at the bottom of your content. Stake your claim. There's nothing wrong with doing so. Even if it is for a paid product, you're not being like scammy or icky by saying like all rights reserved for personal use only. I download things all the time. I've paid thousands of dollars for courses that have this at the bottoms of them, and I never take it as like an icky thing. Like, you know what I mean? So that is something as far as like putting your name and logo on stuff. 100% make sure that you are protecting yourself and, again, claiming your own work and helping your people who are your people to find you again at the end of the day when they eventually, like me, are digital hoarders and lose the principle that you gave them and find it again a few years later. So give them a way to find you, give them a way to remember who gave this information to them. And yeah, you're doing them a service by putting your stuff there. So that's, again, pretending like everybody in the world, no one's a scammy butt face. Everybody has like really good intentions and they want to find who helped them. They want to give them credit. They want to reach out to them and say, hey, this was really helpful. Thank you. You never know. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with putting your information and copyright at the bottom of things. So there it is. Okay. I hope that helped today. And wowie, did I talk an awful lot. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope that taught you something cool that you can do inside of Canva. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're always there and we can do a quick video or a Loom or whatever. The whole idea is to help you and to teach you and to allow you to find more uses for these templates that you have. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.